On this episode of Ben Kissel Politics, we talk about Mitch the Stiff McConnell. Is he alive? Is he dead? Well, we know Lindsey Graham is dead, a man who never saw a war he didn't love. We discuss that, plus ICE, data centers, and much, much more. All right, let's start the show.
He's the tallest man on the radio, so sit right back and enjoy the show. Fly through the air like a ballistic missile. Here's your host, Ben Kissel.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Ben Kissel Politics, the greatest political podcast going today. I'm your host, Ben Kissel. You can find me on Instagram at BenKissel1, joined as always by producer extraordinaire, King Louis Ramsey.
Hello, Internet.
Thank you all so much for the kind birthday wishes. We had a fantastic week off, and now we're back, bigger and better than ever before. A lot of stuff to get to today. Let's start with the update on Mitch the Stiff McConnell. Another photo has been released of Mitch McConnell in the hospital, out of the hospital rather, with his wife, Elaine. It looks real similar to the obvious AI photo that was taken when Mitch was in the hospital. They say he is recovering. This is what Mitch McConnell had to say. He says, I'm still working hard to get back to my full schedule of work in the Senate and in Kentucky, keeping up with intense physical therapy per my doctor's orders. Unfortunately, that means I won't be able to make it to Fancy Farm, Kentucky this Saturday. So he's missing an event at Fancy Farm, which of course is a picnic. So it seems like Mitch is better than ever. And who knows, maybe after the Senate, maybe he runs for president. And if he does, we actually have footage of what that would look like. King Louis Ramsey, can we roll the clip of a potential campaign ad coming from Mitch McConnell if he chooses to run for president in 2028?
I'm running for office because I think the political process needs a little stiff competition.
That's right.
It needs new leadership. It needs someone like me in the White House.
Oh, I love the Crypt Keeper.
But, you may ask, aren't there a few skeletons in your closet? Sure there are. And a vampire or two, and a werewolf. What of it?
I love it. The Crypt Keeper, I think he might finally be old enough to run for president or Senate here in America. All right. Well, speaking of senators, one that is specifically dead that we know of, Lindsey Graham. New footage has come out, and it shows Lindsey Graham at what I consider his worst, many consider to be his best. A man who has never seen a war that he did not love. Of course, he doesn't go and fight in them himself. He does love to send young men and some women out there as well to go fight on the front lines so he can make his buddy Benjamin Netanyahu super, super happy. Let's play some clips here regarding Lebanon, the attacks in Iran, and Lindsey Graham's glee at the idea of destroying things. He says, literally, I'm about to cry. It is disgusting what made this man happy. And I don't like to besmirch the dead, but in this case, there is so much blood on his coffin that it has to be brought to our attention. So let's play a clip. We'll have two of them here of Mitch McConnell first watching Donald Trump speak on Fox News about the war in Iran, and we'll get his reaction. And then second, there's a clip of him calling his best friend Bibi and telling him how he's working, he's trying super hard. He and his ladybugs are trying to convince Donald Trump to help Israel do a land grab, pull off a land grab in Lebanon. So let's start with the first clip here. And this is the legacy of Ladybug Lindsey Graham himself.
Virtually everything they have has been knocked out now. Their missile count is going way down. Amazingly, they're hitting countries that
Look what we've done here.
I know.
I almost cried.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, like, how long have we been pushing this?
Well, you've been pushing this for years, right?
Right, it's here. I talked to Trump this morning.
It's literally.
Oh, he's jacked.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I've ever done. He loves blowing stuff up. So, there are a lot of people inside didn't want to do it. So I've had my challenges. But President Trump, when he gets into the zone, he listens, he asks good questions, no tweeting.
Like a toddler?
He has done he hadn't tweeted much at all. No drama. He's been a great wartime president. I said last night that Trump and Bibi are like Roosevelt and Churchill. I mean, they're the right two guys to confront this evil.
So let's play another clip of Lindsey Graham again on the phone with Bibi, telling him how grateful he is for their relationship. And we'll continue that conversation on AIPAC as well right afterwards.
Do you have it on speaker, Ryan?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. All right, connecting you now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Bibi, Lindsey.
Hey, Bibi Lindsey.
Hey, Lindsey. How are you?
I couldn't. I'm just so impressed. Glad to be your friend.
I'm glad you are my friend.
I'm going to meet with the president this weekend. I'm going down to Doral. I'm going to try to get him to join with y'all in Lebanon to maybe fly some with you. Would you like that?
Yeah, I get that. I think you have a point, but I've been thinking about the other side of it for a second. We're concentrating right now on Iran. If we tell Hezbollah that we're going all the way, we threaten them, but if we actually do it, then they have no reason not to go all the way against us. And right now, that's not our interest. We can do it later.
Well, well, that's actually good counsel. I'll put it out there as an idea. We can always go back to it.
So what you heard there was Bibi literally saying, well, if we tell Hezbollah that we're going to go all the way and we're going to have a massive war, then they're going to go all the way and the war will continue on. What Lindsey Graham was so proud of course, is now the expansion of Israel in Lebanon. 4,000 people have been confirmed killed. I'm sure that number is far, far higher. 1.4 million people have been displaced. We showed footage on an episode recently that showed the atrocities that the people of Lebanon are facing. And of course, Israel continues the lie that Christians in Israel are welcoming them, saying thank you so much for liberating us, despite the fact none of that is true. So why is all of this so important? As we've discussed with the U.S. intelligence and Israeli intelligence joining forces, we are now officially guilty of all crimes Israel is committing in the Middle East, as we have funded them for years, continue to, and of course, walked in lockstep with them when it comes to the war in Iran. Benjamin Netanyahu has said he's going to provide Trump with intel on Iran's Pickaxe Mountain nuclear facility. Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu is expected to provide intelligence that Iran is building up its nuclear facilities at its mysterious Pickaxe Mountain site. Is that the site that Dr. Evil lives in? The Pickaxe Mountain site? They say that's where all the new nuclear activity is happening. Netanyahu is preparing to meet with Donald Trump today, this Monday. The war in Iran and obviously the Islamic Republic's nuclear program has been paramount when it comes to selling the war to the American people, which I don't think many Americans are buying. But they say they're an hour away. They're one fart, one sneeze away from launching a nuclear weapon. They've been saying it for the past 40 years. And obviously, it has not been true. But when it comes to American politics, AIPAC has funded more campaigns in this midterm election than they ever have. And they are so proud to announce that they don't just fund the left, they also fund the right. And we're supposed to sit here and say, thank you so much for completely and utterly dismantling the American two-party system. I have a clip here of AIPAC, and I want to compare it to a Scientology clip because it reminds me so much of when Scientology was going through a bit of bad press, which I think they still have. Although people are a little bit more like, yeah, I guess we know. Okay, Scientology is a cult. They probably traffic human beings. Tom Cruise is a great actor, and he is, and a great stuntman. So they really haven't been on the forefront of the American psyche for a little while. But I want to play this AIPAC clip because we'll play the Scientology clip. It rings so much like, you thought you knew who we are, but do you really know what we do? Well, let's just play it.
Let's talk about AIPAC.
Today, AIPAC.
On Capitol Hill, AIPAC.
AIPAC. You may have heard our name, but how much do you really know about AIPAC? AIPAC is an American organization that works to strengthen the U.S.-Israel relationship. This partnership advances America's interests and democratic values and helps keep Israel safe. Our 5 million members are U.S. citizens, Democrats and Republicans from every part of the country who urge our elected leaders to enact pro-Israel policies.
This is not good.
This includes expanding America's defense partnership with Israel, supporting life-saving security assistance, confronting Iran and its terror proxies, and promoting peace and normalization.
So everything
Being pro-Israel is good policy, and AIPAC members make sure it's good politics, too. We raise money to help elect pro-Israel candidates for Congress from both parties. And we take the political fight to our opponents, helping defeat anti-Israel candidates running for the House or Senate.
Trying to run for office.
AIPAC is leading the fight in Washington to secure the future of the U.S.-Israel relationship. The actions of pro-Israel Americans today will help determine the future of this bond and the fate of both countries.
Brought to you by AI and AIPAC. Absolutely fantastic. The American democratic system is in utter shambles. An example of what they're bragging about, which is insane that they think this is okay. It's insane to think that what they're doing, they believe to be good. U.S. Representative Haley Stevens, you remember her. She's a Democrat. She's out of Michigan. She was the one who's like, we're going to do it with a little stick-to-itiveness. And people are like, oh my God, it's like Chris Farley has a vagina. Not that Chris saw his penis very much, but that's the plight of us larger men. Although I am under 400 pounds, thank you so much. I got 100 more pounds to go, and then maybe 50 more pounds. Let's not get nuts. U.S. Representative Haley Stevens, she's facing backlash. Why? Well, it turns out she is joining forces with Republican Susan Collins. They are both attending an AIPAC event. It's a joint fundraising page. So they might not be going there, shaking hands and hugging one another. Of course they will when they meet on Capitol Hill. Hopefully the blood on both of their hands rubs off on one another. So AIPAC has launched a joint fundraising page. It encourages donors to, quote, contribute to pro-Israel candidates for the U.S. Senate. It displays Stevens, again, that's Haley Stevens, and Collins together with preset donation amounts. The joint fundraiser was paid and authorized by both candidates, according to AIPAC. The illusion of choice, at least back in the day. Maybe it was always an illusion. Maybe there was a little bit of choice. But it was much easier to say, no, it's a democratic republic. We have choices. Not really. As a foreign entity, despite the fact that AIPAC is American-ish, it represents a foreign nation impacting greatly our American politic. Despite the fact that we have two candidates from different sides of the political aisle. We were supposed to believe maybe Haley Stevens and Susan Collins, maybe one wants to fight for child care and maybe get some lunches in there for schools. And then Susan Collins says, I don't eat lunch. I get everything via enema. Maybe we were going to have a choice. But of course, alas, we do not. Let's play this Scientology clip. The AIPAC clip. You thought you knew us. But do you really know us? Let's just play this Scientology clip because I swear to God, the same director for that AIPAC video directed this video.
We know the questions. We've heard it all.
Yeah.
But we also know who we are.
That's right.
Citizens of more than 180 nations, united by a common purpose. to make life better.
Oh, okay.
And if
not to
someone
blow up
doesn't
Iran.
like it, tough.
Oh my God.
We stand for compassion, for tolerance, for truth, for humanity. And we stand for you.
Powerful.
No matter what you may face, we're with you.
Thank you,
And our help
Scientology.
is yours.
Thank you so much. I swear it's the same AI imagery, young smiling faces. And the future's bright, but only if you follow AIPAC. Only if you get your thetans checked over at the Scientology.
I would have had no idea that was advertising Scientology, like, if you didn't say that. Like, just, like, kind of casually looking at that, like, nothing about that had to do anything with, like, an organized religion.
It's about vibes, bro. AIPAC is a vibe, bro. Like, war is a vibe, okay? And I'm also enjoying propaganda. There's some new... So this is an article that came out. And I'm just going to put my skeptic's cap on. I'm putting my skeptic's cap on, okay? They say Melania and Barron Trump have been targeted by Iran in a disturbing new video that's encouraging their assassination. This reeks like a CIA op. First Lady Melania and son Barron are the latest targets, they say, of Iran's sick anti-U.S. propaganda. A new video has come out, and it's literally entitled, How to Kill Melania Trump. It's a real whodunit and how-to. The video shows images of the First Lady in a motorcade somewhere around New York City, even naming the designer stores that she likes to shop at. The shopping excursions could be, quote, suitable for operations by global freedom fighters. That's what the video says. It also suggested using a nerve agent to poison any clothes the First Lady might purchase. You know how everyone sort of, I never forget it's the cold and flu season, so maybe I'm going to have a handkerchief or some Kleenex with me. You got to have your gum. You got to have your glasses. Don't forget to also have your nerve agent when you step outside the house, because you never know when Melania Trump is going to go to the same Marshalls that you go to and put on a pair of Crocs to see if they fit all wrong like they're supposed to. The East Wing and the Secret Service, they haven't commented yet. I'm not scared. I'm just not too worried about it. At the end of the video, Barron Trump is also threatened. They say, this is just the beginning, Barron Trump. Wait for us. Wait for us. Both the First Lady and Barron have full-time Secret Service details. And of course, Donald Trump and his minions have said, see further proof that we need to continue the war in Iran, or God forbid, Melania Trump's clothes are going to get sprayed with a nerve agent. Last week, billboards appeared around Tehran. They were demanding the death of President Trump and his relatives, including Melania and his children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, Eric, Tiffany, and Barron. And it said, blood for blood. I don't know if they've seen the polling in America. I'm not sure if it's really scaring the American people as much as the Iranians would like it to. I wouldn't be surprised if there were many Americans that would look fondly on such imagery. But I don't believe this. This is, so we're in there, we're bombing the hell out of everything. The Strait of Hormuz, we're dealing with all the military vessels, we're blowing them all up. And what's the big issue that we have to deal with? What's really confronting the United States military and, of course, Israel's military? A couple of billboards and a flyer that says they want to poison Melania Trump's shitty clothes. And Barron, they're coming for you next. It's ridiculous. This is not a fair situation whatsoever. And as we've seen with Israel and what they want to do, fairness has never been in their agenda whatsoever. So naturally, there are some people in government, even Republicans, who are saying, I don't know how well this war is going, as the American people say, what the fuck are we doing? Many Republicans have come out and they are beginning to criticize Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. This is interesting because, of course, Pete Hegseth has really put himself out there. He wants the world to know he can do push-ups. He can do sit-ups. He is a cool dude. Well, some Republicans say that their confidence is waning in the defense secretary. Some GOP lawmakers are questioning the administration's failures to anticipate the prolonged closure. Prolonged closure. Yeah, I've been diagnosed with that before. Of the Strait of Hormuz, which has caused oil and gas prices to rise dramatically since February, to the point where Donald Trump has opened up a couple, I think it's 20 Freedom Fuel gas stations where they're selling gas under the market price. And then the administration's like, no, I don't even know how they're doing that. I guess they're just really nice oil magnets. Also, it sounds a little bit like socialism. People are yelling at Mamdani right now for opening up a couple of stores that'll be government run, and they're going to be 30% less for produce and things like that than the market. And everyone seems like that's socialism, that's communism. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has like 20, 25 gas stations that is doing the exact same thing. So this is according to Thom Tillis, Republican out of North Carolina. He says, I don't have any confidence in him anymore. I think he's all over the place. He's accelerating the retirement or forcing out of some of the most distinguished leaders in the DOD that we have. He goes on to say, I think he's got a massive insecurity complex. He has a lack of experience in large organizations. He micromanages too much. He's lost my confidence. So Thom Tillis, a man who, of course, is still going to vote for all funding when it comes to the military, he did just decide to vote for the $95 billion reconciliation package that includes $73 billion in funding for the Pentagon and U.S. intelligence agencies. All right, let's move on to data centers and flock cameras. Obviously, flock cameras using AI, they need the data centers in order to intrude on our civil liberties and really crack down on human beings being human. I want to play a clip of a dude. He's a hero of mine. He's a hero. He works with a company. They sent out a bunch of, I guess they're not stickers. And he was like, and it says like, fuck flock, shit like that on there. And he just got a massive letter from Peter Thiel, I believe. And Peter Thiel says, you can't do that. That's being mean to flock cameras. So let's play this clip of this guy talking. And it's not going to stop him. And it shouldn't stop him. We'll also then talk about what's going on here in California with a data center that said, hey, we're not going to use any water. And now they're suing the state of California for 287 million gallons of water they want from the Colorado River. But let's start with a hero attempting to stop the proliferation of flock cameras.
We have received a cease and desist order from Flock Legal Safety Affairs. Fuck you, Peter Thiel. Fuck you, Larry Ellison. I do not give a shit. Any false or fake news post pertaining to Flock cameras or CEO major shareholders will result in legal action.
Whoa!
Sincerely, Flock Group Dan Haley, head of legal affairs. Okay, here's the deal. A couple weeks ago, I dropped some videos where I said you could get free Fuck Flock stickers on my website, and you shouldn't put them on cameras. I then decided to go start making hats that block your face from facial recognition. Furthermore, I made very copious amounts of very mean memes toward Larry Ellison and Peter Thiel and also Donald Trump because I don't like politicians. Folks, we have received a cease and desist on this and they told us to stop. I am not fucking leaving. We still have Fuck Flock stickers. Go get them if you want.
Go get them, please. All right, go get him as that man is doing the bare, not that he's doing the bare minimum. It is what it is. He's doing everything he can. But that's how sensitive the big data centers, big AI is. We're talking about stickers. We're fighting the machines with sticky-sided tape. That's what we get. We get stickers. They get robots that can't be knocked over anymore and can chase you down in any terrain and make sure that you're caught and suffering. So the soaring energy demand around the data centers. A single modern AI data center uses as much power as 100,000 homes. Not to mention all of the pollution. We're going to play Donald Trump openly lying to the American people when it comes to communities wanting data centers. No, they don't, because they lie. Imperial Valley Computer Manufacturing has filed a lawsuit in a bid to gain access to Colorado River water, 287 million gallons, which they say they need to cool the 330 megawatt data center, which is the largest in the state of California. When they were creating this data center, they promised, they crossed their heart. They said, we're not going to need any water. It's all good. We've got everything indoors. We got everything in house. We're good. We're not going to need anything. We're not, from the Colorado River. And of course, naturally, they do. So this is Donald Trump. He's talking about how you can't fight it. Don't bother fighting data centers, even with something as dangerous as stickers. Let's play Donnie here talking about how they're great for taxes, even though they're not.
You have to convince your community how great these things. You can't fight it. You have to go with it. And you're going to have all that protection, and we're giving you automatic protection, but you're going to make a tremendous amount of money. You're going to reduce taxes, and you're going to have something that if you don't have it, everybody else wants it.
No, nobody wants it. Also, it's not going to reduce taxes. Energy bills are going through the frickin' roof. There's a dude, his name is No Mark. He tried to knock out flock camera feeds, right? He waited an hour for the perfect moment. He said he was pacing back and forth because he was so nervous. No Mark, he's known on Instagram. He's gained an online following of hundreds of thousands of people because he posts videos of himself wearing a black mask and taking small town vigilante missions. Ooh. He's breaking up fights outside a bar, breaking into refineries he believed to be polluting the city. And now he is working on doing away with flock cameras. The flock camera is based out of Georgia. It's $8.4 billion. It says the cameras scan license plates billions of times each month in about 6,000 communities. Who is using flock cameras? Well, certainly ICE has found a way. All right, well, let's move on. Flock cameras, of course, are being used by ICE to track people in this country. ICE arrested or detained more people last month than they ever have. The Trump administration arrested a record number of immigrants last month. That's according to newly released data. The Guardian analysts, they say the latest data published by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE has arrested 43,138 people in June alone. That is the highest number since Donald Trump took office. So we have another clip here of who are the people that ICE are detaining. Obviously, we've talked about this previously on the show. Only 3 to 5% of people who have been arrested by ICE are felons. 70% total have 0 charges whatsoever. And of the 29% that do have charges, those are minor offenses like traffic infractions. Well, I don't know if you guys saw this as well. They're using old school medieval techniques to detain these people. It's freaking disgusting. They promised they were going to get the gangs off the streets. Well, the gangs are still on the streets. It's never about that. It was simply about letting people know that there are 2 tiers of humanity. And of course, you want to be on the white side. So let's play a clip of a man who works in construction talking about how all of his coworkers are gone as ICE continues to arrest people who are doing jobs that millions of Americans don't want to do or can't do. And they're literally contributing to America in some of the most prolific ways when it comes to building homes. Let's play this gentleman.
I done lost 30 people in the span of a month and a half from ICE. They're hunting them. They see ladders, nail boxes, anything in their truck, they getting pulled over. Slab guys, framers, the lunch lady got pulled over. I seen a drywall lady and her daughter get pulled over by ICE. They go get gas at the gas station, ICE hopping out on them like the SWAT team. Bro, listen. He was like, oh, I thought they was chilling now. I thought that was just the beginning of the year. Bro, I done lost so many people since the beginning of the year. And everybody houses is taking a hit. The market is in shambles. I poured 3 houses, 3 slabs, 3 concrete foundations. They've been sitting for a week because my framing team got picked up. They went to go get gas and they never came back. So you talk about America is going to feel it. They already are. The builders feeling it, but the people building, you know, buying homes is going to feel it. They're being hunted. You know, like, and I get it, you know, everybody got to pay their way and all that shit. But like, bro, who the fuck y'all think built this shit? Who y'all, the immigrants, the people that's coming from other places? You think Americans trying to pour concrete in 90-degree weather? You think Americans trying to be up on the roof? And man, I had a motherfucking framer on the roof and it was raining and the wind blowing. I had to make them come down. That's how dedicated these people is to building y'all shit. And the disrespect, oh, they shouldn't be illegal. They should be, bro, bro. I get it. Like, they humans too. I had my framer, the owner of the company, Mexican lady, was pregnant. The same week she gave birth to her kid is the next day they deported her husband. We got a problem and the shit ain't getting no better. So everybody talking that shit, shut the fuck up.
He mentions hunting, and unfortunately that is true to the extent that they are killing people. Johann Sebastian Duran Guerrero, he was killed July 13th by an ICE officer. This ICE officer evidently had a history of violence. Both of his ex-wives had filed lawsuits. He had he wasn't even allowed to have a firearm. That's how serious this was. He was brought onto ICE in 2025. I don't know if you guys recall, but Donald Trump was like, we're going to give you a $50,000 signing bonus. We want everyone. Well, they got everyone. And they got maniacs who want to hide behind a badge and feel the power that the federal government has bestowed upon them. Todd Lyons, he served as ICE acting director at the time. This is what he had to say. He says, this expansion of well-trained and well-vetted workforce will help further ICE's ability to execute, emphasis on the word execute, the president's and secretary's bold agenda. But they have come out now and said, oh, maybe we shouldn't have hired this guy. I guess he fell through the cracks. This is what Tom Homan said. Tom Homan, by the way, who has taken tens of thousands of dollars in bribe money, there has to be some kind of retribution for what we're seeing, as these people currently have all the power in the world. I don't want to say we need a Nuremberg trial, but we need to put these people on trial for what they have done and what they are doing on the streets of America. This is what border czar Tom Homan had to say regarding the allegations. He says, if those are facts, I don't think he should have ever cleared the vetting process. How did the vetting process fail? Was the information not available? Did they not know? He goes on to say, if this type of person had that type of history, it would have been a vetting issue, and it should have been brought to the attention of those who were making those decisions. They didn't give a fuck. That's the problem. And this wasn't some, oh my God, somebody said something about me on social media. No, this is a man who has a history of violence to the point where he was not allowed to legally have a firearm. And then ICE was like, $50,000 coming your way. Thank you so much. Also, here's a firearm. Feel free to go murder that dude. Let's play another clip of an immigrant. He was a married immigrant, which my dad, he is now officially a U.S. citizen as of this year. I think, honestly, I'm not going to speak for the old man. But, you know, theoretically, if you're married to an American, you are considered safe in this country for years, forever. Let's play this video. This is a disheartening video, by the way. It's really sad and gross. So just so you guys know, I'm sure you're all know. But an immigrant married to a person is detained.
Please,
an American.
Please, this is my husband. This is my husband. Baby, please stop. Stop, it's my husband. Baby, I'll take.
So much for loving the American family.
Can you please tell me? I'm his wife. Can you please tell me what is going
Take
on?
your mask down, bro.
Okay.
Secure his car, okay, and call the lawyer immediately.
Where are you taking him? Can you tell me that, please? Oh my God.
I really don't know what to say. This is someone who went into the country legally, married to a US citizen, has a clear, straightforward path ahead to a green card. His wife called me. You would think that you would get immune to this kind of stuff. After so many years of practicing immigration law, I don't know, it still has an effect on you. I mean, that kind of shock, that kind of trauma, what is the point? This is someone who's eligible for bond. There is no reason to process someone like this. I just talked to the ICE field office director for the ERO, because in the past, someone in this position, they would move to release someone on their own with bond. You wouldn't have to go before an immigration judge. I wanted to go down there and, step in and get him released on bond, but the director confirmed that the bond is not possible. We're not authorized to do that anymore. It beckons the question, why? What is the point of such cruelty? Keep following us. We will give the updates when he's out. Like I said, he's eligible for bond. There's no reason for him not to be bonded out. Immigration Attorney Mustafa sitting out.
A lot of money having these people detained. All right, just lastly, of people who they are detaining, and then we'll play a clip of what it looks like when ICE comes to town. Let's play this clip of this nun who was detained by ICE. Again, a nun. Do you feel safer now, knowing that nun is no longer on the run? Testicles, spectacles, wallet, and watch. It's a fantastic movie, Nuns on the Run, by the way. It's not about immigration. It's about two thieves who break into a nunnery in order to hide from the law. And they're both men. And it's just humor ensues. Nuns on the Run, check it out. I don't want to, no spoilers. I think it's only 40 years old at this point. But let's play this nun discussing what happened to her on a Sunday, nonetheless, as of course she was on their way to church where nuns go.
Even when I told him, can I go to Mass? Can I just attend Mass? Can I receive communion? And the answer was no. When I have two men armed, I'm just a small woman, a nun, armless, just with my rosary, my key, and my phone. I will not pretend it did hurt. And it's still hurting me up to today. So many people in that same situation like me that are not, no cameras or no attention, they are still there languishing in the same situation. It was a Sunday, and more than anything else, I was scheduled as Eucharistic minister at 8:45 a.m. Sunday Mass.
I should be giving that Eucharist out.
Obligatory. It was very, very heartbreaking for me.
All right, so there you go. That's who ICE is taking out. Fantastic. Good work, boys. Feel tough. Feel like a tough guy now. Let's just lastly, this is why, again, we talk about the Fourth Amendment, First Amendment, Second Amendment, all the amendments. They are all at risk. Everything is at risk because of the militarization of police, and now, of course, that's gone to the militarization of ICE. They have all of the equipment that, the old Iraqi boys used to be scared of when we were old using that in 2003 over there. But now all of that technology, all of that military equipment has come home to roost. And my God, it is absolutely horrifying. Let's play the clip of what it looks like when ICE comes to town. The musical.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
What the size of that damn truck?
Isis, can you go live?
When you're in ICE, you're always in ICE.
Where's the warrant, man?
They just stand
Who's the
there,
leader? Who's in charge?
terrorizing
Who's in charge?
these communities.
Who's in charge, man? You guys treating us like criminals, man.
Everything was fine.
Who's in
Just having a
charge?
day in a community in America. All of a sudden, the goon squad rolls in.
Who's in charge, man?
No one's going to tell him anything. They just look at him like he's a jackass. This is the best we can do. The best we can do is film
Bro,
him.
you guys are acting like we're terrorists. What? Is this what you guys do?
All day long.
That's my father, man.
I hope they got their $50,000 signing bonus to go terrorize
My
this
wife
neighborhood
is in there,
Phoenix.
man. I need you to back up, please, sir. I am backed up. I haven't.
Need you to back up, please, sir. It's unbelievable. So that's where America is right now. So don't forget, support AIPAC all the way, because that's what it's really all about, is making sure that our politicians have enough money to run a campaign in order to satisfy a foreign government. Because this is what's happening on the streets of America right now. Monsignor Lewis, any thoughts?
It is very strange seeing people with like that sort of weaponry just come out of regular cars. Like normally, like if you see SWAT team come out of a SWAT car, it's like that's normal. But like,
yeah,
just like when I saw that sedan pulled up, I was like, oh, is that person going to be like, hey, don't come to my community? It's like, oh no, that's another guy that's part of this like terrorizing thing. But
when you see SWAT, you're like, oh, something must be happening. Maybe there's a mass shooting. Maybe we need to have SWAT here. And they just go. It was a normal day. A normal, sunny Phoenix day. Probably hot as fucking balls. They go, and they cause so much trauma, so much pain. And again, we wonder why this country is hanging on by a thread. But we will be back later on this week to give you more information. And of course, we'll keep it upbeat. We'll keep it upbeat. And speaking of upbeat, it was my birthday. And I had a wonderful time. I turned 45 years fun. 45, 30, 40, 45, 40, 45. I guess that's what I'm going to do. All right. But let's play a little. We got a message. Now, this is a sweet message from one of our favorite listeners. I don't know if she listens to this show. I almost hope not, because I want her to have faith in America. But let's just play a nice message from one of our favorite friends who listens, Raylan.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Raylan.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend.
Oh, thank you.
Birthday to you.
Thank you, Raylan.
It's Raylan. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Hail yourself.
Hail yourself, Raylan. Thank you so much. The future is bright. Hopefully, it can be bright. For the young people out there, like beautiful 5-year-old Raylan. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for listening to another fantastic episode of Ben Kissel Politics. We will be back later on this week. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Am I right? Let's have a conversation. All right. Love yourself. Be yourself. Hail yourself. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.